Welcome. Right, we're going to be taking a look at the Cheltenham Festival. I'm going to be focusing on the Triumph Hurdle and one or two of the others. We might touch on the Supreme and maybe have a quick look at the Arkle since it's been blown wide open. First of all, I just want to touch on today. No joy with the Monster bet. Now 2 from 4 with them. So a little bit frustrating, but we did have a horse that was backed off the board. Just underperformed today, leaving us for the month. So just to give the results so far for February, 26 bets advised, 8 winning bets out of them, giving us a total profit of plus 28.58 points for the first 2 weeks of February. So really looking to have a 50-point score month. A little unlucky today not to get that, but a really solid start to the month. Had an 8-1 winner, we had a 100-30 winner, an 11-1 winner, Java Point Cargeese winning as big as 6-1 that day. We also had King of York bolted in Suddle one day. Stoic Sid, really impressive, and Tyson Fury bolting in, tipped up as a 4 points win at 100-30. We also had a horse called Hurricane Helen finishing each way 14-1. But one night in town winning well for us. Globe player winning. So, look, no joy with that one today, but a really solid start to February. And let's get out now with a 50 points profit month. 28.58 points profit from 26 bets. A total loss of 81 points. A total plus of 109.58 points, leaving a profit of plus 28.58 points. Right, on to the Cheltenham. I just want to touch on a horse that might represent a bit of value. Obviously, Sergino looks the standout, definite horse to beat in the Triumph. However, the price is 4 to 5 now. So if you're just looking for a horse that might be a lot shorter on the day, a horse called Majborough. Majborough's first performance couldn't be any deeper. He was chucked in at the deep end, and he looks a fine big horse. Therefore, you get the feeling this horse could improve a lot. So maybe he could emerge, Majborough could emerge as the main threat to Sergino, albeit Sergino does look the most likely winner at this stage. I thought Burdett Road, I wouldn't judge him fully on the last run. He did do plenty wrong. However, even if he gets everything right, on the last run, you would struggle to see him turn the form. However, I do see him running a lot better than he ran the last day. He ripped and teared, pulled way too hard, and eventually got well outstayed by a very impressive winner. But I do think Majborough Road at 8-1 looks a rock solid each way play, and what to happen to the favourite, not that it would happen, but what to happen, he could be the most likely horse to step up on all known form, that's for sure. Just to touch on, let's touch on the cross country race for a minute, lads. I just have an awful feeling that Manila Indo's prep run for this race was perfect. I just thought it was perfect, so I'm not going to mess around with that race. I do think Manila Indo will win it. Just to touch on the Supreme Novices Hurdle, it looks like we're going to get Ballyburn here if the market's anything to go by. He seems to be really well backed in it. Now look, William Mullins obviously has mystical power as well, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. And Nicky Henderson's Jericho the Repino. I thought he won ugly the last day, but he's much better than that. He beat a nice horse too that day. Mystical Power, I did mention that a few months ago, 25-1, much shorter. But Ballyburn, I'm sure he'll run here after his demolition job the last day. But it'll be interesting to see Firefox, can he bounce back from a poor run? I think he had a genuine excuse the last day. Ile Antique, I don't know where he'll go. Slade Steel, I think he might go for the Ballymore, and I think he can win the Ballymore. If the likes of the rest of them avoid it, if the likes of William Mullins' two show up here, Mystical Power and Ballyburn, I think Slade Steel will go off favourite for the Ballymore, and I think he'll win it. Let's touch on the Arkle. So, looks wide open. For me, it's not. I think it's still a one-horse race. I think Marine National, if he shows up, I think he'll win. I think the rest of them are nice horses and they all have chances. But if this horse bounces back, which I presume he will, I thought he had a genuine excuse the last day. I was doing a live stream before that race and I knew something was up with the horse. I've said it when he was in the parade ring. I said it multiple times on the live stream. This horse isn't right. He was messing around. The eyes was rolling in his head. He got to the start. He was freezing, looking around, not really concentrating. And then they changed the tactics and he was ultimately disappointing. But I just believe, come back to Cheltenham, hopefully the horse shows up. And if he shows up, for me, I just think he's far too good. All right, keep following Cold Bear Sports if you want to get all the next bets. Link below.